guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk about what is our favorite Disney resort. Will we be buying DVC? And if we did buy DVC, what would our home resort be? So let's get going. Mount Rushmore. There's the dolphin right there. All right, so over this last year, we have stayed at a lot of different Disney resorts, and then we've stayed at Disney resorts, further in the past. So we have stayed at several, and I think we've stayed at enough that we can kind of narrow down what our favorites are. I was not able to narrow it down to one favorite because I have polled my whole family, and basically we got like our top favorite three because we're pretty split on them. Some people like the one better than the other, but then half like the other one. And there were a whole like there's two that, well, honestly, even the three, I equally like them. I like them for different reasons. So it kind of depends on what I'm looking for in the trip as to which resort I would maybe prefer for that trip. So basically we have our top three favorite resorts. One is the Polynesian, which if you've watched my videos, I am sure you were probably already guessing the Polynesian. We love the Polynesian, and there's just really no downside to the Polynesian other than that they don't have 1 and 2 bedroom suites on their DVC side. They do have a few suites on the non-DVC side, but like very few, and they're really quite expensive. And that's not counting the bungalows because that's a whole nother story. But anyway, our number one favorite resort is the Polynesian, and as long as we can fit in a room, that is probably my go-to resort. Now, since we have technically outgrown the Polynesian and say we take all of our kids with us on vacation, because we usually do, our number 2 favorite resort would be Animal Kingdom Kidani Village. We, again, loved Kidani. It took us by surprise. We did not expect to like Kidani as much as we did. There just, again, were very few downsides to Kidani. I loved the bathroom there, which I know that's a funny thing to say, but they had the most relaxing tub ever. And I'm not even a bath person, but Kidani was definitely the most relaxing resort I have ever stayed at. It is more relaxing than the Polynesian, and I think that's just because of the space. We were in a 1-bedroom suite there, and if we were to stay now, we would need a 1 or 2 bedroom suite. Actually, I guess we would need a 2-bedroom suite or like 2 adjoining rooms because the 1 bedroom only sleeps 5. But anyway, it was just so relaxing between the luxurious bathroom, the balcony sitting out over the savannah. It was a very relaxing resort, and if I was going for relaxation, this would definitely be the resort I pick. Polynesian, I love the atmosphere there as well, and it is relaxing, but everyone is in the same room, so you don't get quite as, you don't get that like alone time. But that one, if I'm wanting convenience for location, definitely Polynesian. You just can't beat hopping on the monorail and being at the Magic Kingdom within a few seconds or minutes. All right, and then our number 3 top resort is Caribbean Beach. And this one, I don't know, it may take you by surprise because a lot of people actually don't like Caribbean Beach. It's kind of funny. You either have people who love it or they hate it. And a lot of people don't like it because they say it's really big and spacious and sprawled out, which it is, but that just doesn't really bother me. I kind of enjoy walking the grounds at Caribbean Beach. I love the vibe there, and so I just find it fun and relaxing. We love the pool there. We love the pool at all 3 of these resorts, by the way. All 3 of them, in my opinion, have the best pools in all of the resorts we've stayed at, or even just visited. Some we visited, and I still like these pools better just by like looking at the other pools. So we love the pools at all of these. They all have great views and theming. Now, Caribbean Beach, we do have to get 2 rooms, 2 adjoining rooms. Now, Caribbean Beach is not DVC, and the other 2 have DVC and cash paying side, but So that's a difference. But yeah, those are our top 3. We love them all for different reasons. The reasons we probably love Caribbean beaches, it is a little bit more, I don't know that I'd say kid friendly, but it does have maybe a younger, more just fun vibe than the other 2. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it or not, and it is cheaper. So that is nice that you get a little bit of a break in the money side of things, but it does still have the great transportation with the Skyliner. Kidani, doesn't really have any special transportation, so that's kind of a downside there. But I felt like out of all the resorts I stayed at, Kidani buses seemed to come the most consistently, and we waited the least amount of time for them. So I guess maybe because they don't have that other form of transportation, they seem to stay up on the buses really well there. But yeah, so you could drop me at any 3 of those resorts and I would be so happy. Now, don't get me wrong, we enjoyed all of the other resorts we stayed at. You could put me at any of those resorts and I would have a good time. But if you were to ask my top 3, those would be my top 3. So, oh, right, let's move on to the DVC part. Okay, will we buy DVC? Maybe. It's not really a real answer. We are considering buying DVC. We have been keeping an eye out, and honestly, if the right contract came along, we will buy DVC. But it'd have to be the right contract at the right resort. I have looked at a few contracts at like Saratoga Spring and Old Key West, but we have not actually stayed at either of those resorts. And so until I have stayed at those resorts, I don't know that I'm willing to buy there. We would really like to buy a contract at Polynesian or Kidani. Those would be the contracts that we are really looking for because we love those resorts, and if we got stuck staying at those resorts, we would not complain because we would be perfectly happy stuck there. So it's a possibility. The benefits to buying DVC, if you're wondering what that is as a larger family, we will almost always, at those resorts, I would either need to book a 2-bedroom villa at Kidani, or at Polynesian, I need to either book 2 villas, or if I'm on the cash paying side, I need to book just 2 of their rooms, which gets a little pricey because that's their higher end resorts anyway, so they're already a little on the expensive side, and then when you're booking multiple rooms, it really kind of puts your vacation up there. So buying DVC would actually, if we can find the right contract, save us money in the long run because you basically are buying your hotel room up front for many, many years, and then you use your points. And so I could use my points to book 2 rooms, which in the long run would be cheaper than paying for 2 rooms, if that makes sense. And you can book at all the other DVC properties as well, depending on your contract and what your contract says. But that's that in a nutshell. Very just kind of skimming the top there. But anyway, so yes, that is kind of where we are on the DVC side. I don't know when that would come to fruition, but it's a possibility. So, but I know someone will probably ask that. I've been asked about DVC a couple times before and if we're gonna buy, so I thought I'd go ahead and throw that in. So I hope you guys found this interesting. I would love to hear what your favorite resorts are because everyone has a different resort, and that is what's great about Disney is there is something for everyone and your personality, and they probably have something for you that you're going to love, even if it's not the same as what I love. So I'd love to hear what your favorite resort is and why you love it. But I will see you all soon and talk to you later.